In this market update, we're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin because on Friday we were exactly here within the golden ratio, and I told you if we're not going to get this bounce exactly from these levels that we could expect a retracement all the way back down to the 78.6, and we perfectly hit this level. Yes, we saw this perfect bounce exactly from the 78.6, but the question is what we could expect in the immediate short term, because this week is really going to be important. A lot of data is going to be released, so we're going to look at all of these news and also the price movement of Bitcoin. But most importantly, guys, I'm going to make some changes to my channel. I'm going to upload even more videos in a shorter form on specific topics. So if you like these updates, smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back to B4Crypto. Yes, we can see that Bitcoin is at the moment retesting this major level. But before we're going to look at the charts to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term, we're going to go over to the news. And I posted over on X big inflation readings this week ahead of the FOMC meeting. And yes, this is really going to determine the tone of Fed Jerome Powell at the FOMC meeting. And talking about important data, yes, you need to be subscribed to my free Telegram group where I post all of these updates in real time. So if you don't want to miss anything which is happening in the crypto market, make sure to be in my free Telegram group. Because yes, I posted this calendar, what we could expect within this month. And the FOMC meeting is on the 18th of September, and this is really going to be important for the overall crypto market, the rate decision and the tone of Fed Jerome Powell. So yes, expect some major volatility, but guys, you can also find all the information to my Signal group because we've been racking in some major profits. Yes, we are in this Fed trade which is already up 25%. We are close to our take profit exactly here. Yes, our stop loss is already exactly at break even, and we could expect this pump all the way back up to this major take profit. But guys, if you want to copy all of my trades and be profitable within the crypto market, make sure to join my free Telegram group where I keep you up to date what is happening in the crypto market, and you also find all the information how to join my Signal group. So yes, the CPI data is going to be extremely important, and of course the FOMC meeting next week. But what can we expect in the immediate short term if we're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin? First of all, on the daily chart, yes, we saw this perfect bounce on the 78.6. So the first level we need to break towards the upside would be the 13 moving average, which perfectly lines up with a 50% Fibonacci retracement level. But yes, we took this Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the previous low all the way to the swing high, and these Fibonacci retracement level helped us to find out which level is going to have significant support and which retracement we could expect and where we could expect a strong bounce for Bitcoin if we're going to break these major levels. But if we want to find out which is going to be our next major resistance level, we need to take the Fibonacci retracement level from the swing high all the way to the swing low, and we can see exactly here this perfectly lines up with its golden ratio. The 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level is going to be our first set of resistance, and once again the 38.2 perfectly lines up with the 13 moving average, and yes, even the 61.8 perfectly lines up with the 50 moving average, and once again the 78.6 with the 100 moving average. So can you see the significance of the Fibonacci retracement levels? Yes, these are going to be our targets. If we could expect the break of the 23.6, we could expect these levels are going to be our next major resistance levels that Bitcoin needs to break towards the upside, so that we can say that yes, Bitcoin has found the bottom, and if we could expect this further price movement towards the upside. But this overall looks extremely bullish. Yes, a lot of people turned extremely fearful once again at this major dump. But guys, if we're going to zoom out on the daily chart, we can see this low and even this higher low, which is a perfect double bottom, and Bitcoin doesn't like these V-shaped recoveries, so we are seeing this consolidation. But if we're going to get this continuation all the way back up, then we could expect this major breakout. Yes, if we're going to break the 200 moving average, we could expect this fast move back above the $70,000 and ultimately all the way to an all-time high, because remember, this is all just a major manipulation. But what can we expect from the FOMC meeting? Are we going to get a positive price movement? Yes, this is what I expect. I do expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is going to see a pump towards the $60,000 in anticipation of a lower CPI reading, and during the FOMC meeting we could expect a volatile move because overall guys, we need to look at the stock market, and if we're going to go over to the S&P 500, where we could also see a lot of correlation through Bitcoin, we can see that the S&P 500 has its all-time high here. We saw this major correction, this pump all the way back up, forming a lower high, and now we're seeing this retracement, and the daily candle just opened exactly here with a gap towards the downside. Maybe we're going to go a little bit sideways and come all the way back down to the 200 moving average for the S&P 500, but overall I do expect the same scenario as for Bitcoin, that we're going to get this positive move towards the CPI data and ultimately towards the FOMC meeting, and that we could expect a major volatility, and then we're going to see, are we going to get a hawkish or even a dovish behavior from the Fed? Are we finally going to get these rate cuts that we've been waiting for, and ultimately the printing of money, and if we could expect that all risk on assets and the overall crypto market and all of the markets are going to see a positive pump towards the upside? Because remember, we all know what is about to happen. Yes, I'm once again going to show you the Bitcoin cycles, and we are exactly here, just before this parabolic run towards the upside, because in this chart we can see exactly from the bottom, from the previous cycles, all the way to a new all-time high, and we can see that we are just here, just before this major parabolic run towards the upside. So guys, you stay extremely early. And how early? I made this post over on X, Bitcoin overvalued? Laughing my ass off. Watch this and see the truth. You are still early. Yes, we can see that the overall market cap in comparison to, for instance, gold, Bitcoin has a market cap of $1 trillion. We can see that gold is roundabout at 17 trillion, art is roundabout at 18 trillion, stock market, fiat, all this money is eventually going to flow into Bitcoin, being the most scarce asset and a decentralized form of money, the best form of money. Because yes, if you're holding any fiat currencies or any money that is going to be manipulated through major companies or even banks, guys, on long term you're going to lose. So use a trusted form of money, a decentralized form of money, Bitcoin. So let's go back over to the charts to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. Yes guys, maybe we're going to come all the way back down to these lows, because as we can see for the S&P 500, we have this gap towards the downside. So ultimately, maybe we're going to see a small consolidation, but I do believe we're going to see this positive move towards the CPI data and also towards the FOMC meeting. Are we finally going to get these rate cuts and this bullish move towards the upside? So yes, we could expect some short-term volatility, but I do expect that the price movement is going to come all the way back up to the 60,000 US dollars within this week. So in the immediate short term, I do expect that Bitcoin is going to form this W back above the 78.6, and as soon as we're going to break the 61.8, the next price targets are going to be the 38.2 at 57,000 US dollars, and eventually coming back above the 38.2 and the 23.6 exactly at the 60,000 US dollar level. So guys, keep in mind, if you always want to stay up to date, because I'm going to upload much more videos in a shorter form content, your duty is to be subscribed, smash up the like button, and join my free Telegram group so that you always stay up to date what is happening in the overall crypto market. And if you want to trade all of these moves, guys, there are only 2 days left to join at this BloFin giveaway, where you receive $10 in SUI and also 10 spins where you can win a lot of cryptocurrencies. So make use of this free money, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.